Imagine a world where Rome's legions still marched, where Latin wasn't a dead language, but the language of the internet, where Caesar's eagle didn't vanish but soared across continents. What if the Roman Empire never fell? This isn't just fantasy. It's a terrifyingly plausible, alternate timeline that could have reshaped everything we know: our borders, our religions, our technology, even the structure of global power. Let's step into a history that never happened, but easily could have. Rome didn't fall overnight. It cracked slowly from corruption, disease, economic collapse, civil wars, and waves of migrations that it simply couldn't absorb. But change just one variable, and the world transforms. Maybe Rome reforms its bloated government. Maybe it assimilates Germanic tribes instead of fighting them. Maybe it industrializes early. Maybe Christianity and imperial power form a stable alliance instead of endless conflict. Any of these creates a version of Rome that doesn't collapse, but evolves. And in this alternate world, Rome doesn't die. It mutates into the first true superpower in world history. So what would this eternal empire look like? First, a united Europe, 1600 years early. No medieval kingdoms, no feudal fragmentation, no dark ages. Instead of Europe fracturing, Rome centralizes. A continental highway system, a common currency, shared law. Technology would spread faster than disease. The Renaissance might arrive 500 years early or never leave at all. Religion would also take a different shape. Christianity might still spread, but under Rome's control. Imagine a single, universal Roman church with no schisms or rival denominations. Or imagine Rome rejecting Christianity and preserving the old pagan pantheon with temples instead of cathedrals dominating Europe. And what about exploration? Would Rome reach America before Columbus? It sounds impossible, but Rome had the engineering genius and naval tradition to attempt it. If Rome survived into the medieval period, it could have become the first transoceanic empire, changing the map of the world forever. There would be no nations, only provinces. France, Spain, Germany, Britain, none of these would exist as we know them. Just Provincia Gallia, Provincia Hispania, Provincia Germania, and Britannia, probably still arguing. Rome removes the very idea of nation-states entirely. You wouldn't be French or German, you'd just be Roman. Now here's where things get wildly different: technology. Rome's biggest weakness was technological stagnation. It didn't innovate because it didn't have to. But what if it reformed? If it built an economy less dependent on slavery? If its scientific institutions survived instead of burning with the libraries? You could get steam engines centuries early, industrialization before the year 1000, and standardized education across the continent. A scientific revolution backed by Roman engineering could have led to global highways, aqueducts, and communication networks we can only dream of. Rome could have become the world's first techno-empire, a civilization advancing without ever collapsing. And if Rome reached the modern era with that momentum, it might dominate space, weapons, communication, and culture, everything. But let's not romanticize it. A Rome that never falls might also mean centuries of authoritarian rule. It could mean crushed rebellions instead of revolutions, no democratic nations, no American experiment, and no Enlightenment ideals. We might see an end to the cultural diversity we know today, with an imperial boot on the world's neck for 2,000 years. An eternal Rome might bring global unity, but it could also bring global domination. Peace through power, or peace through fear. So, what world would we live in? A united Earth under Roman law, a hyper-advanced techno-empire, or a cold, brutal imperial machine that suffocated progress instead of accelerating it? The truth is, if Rome never fell, the world wouldn't just be different. We wouldn't recognize it at all. What do you think an eternal Roman Empire would look like? A golden age or a global prison? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching.